Oh boy. Over the building. Yeah. Nah, not really. Let's talk about it. Jay-Z's finally getting some of the energy he deserves. I've been asking myself for the years of past, how does he get so many passes? How does Jay get away with so much bullshit that other brothers in his position don't get? Now he's getting a little bit of feedback and flack for his shit dealing with the NFL and Kaepernick. But this video is more about him getting passes, not so much about the deal or anything, because I don't care about any of that. I think that Jay-Z's a billionaire. Billionaires don't have the luxury of being ideologues. They play all sides. That's what they do. But I'm just confused at how it took this long for folks to say, wait a minute, Jay-Z, what are you doing? Now, I'm not into calling folks coons and this and that, but I'm saying Jay-Z has an established career of doing fuck shit. And people have been standing by him and standing with him. And I don't understand why. But let's talk about it.
I'm sorry. I think they should send a message while they're on stage. Take advantage of your platform. It seems really interesting to me because we're in an industry where you see so many people do things like boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted. Boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted. Boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted. Boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted. Boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted. Boycott something one year, and then the next year they're buddy with the thing that they boycotted.
He added,
lots of fuckery to get to today. Yeah, man. So just to get this, first of all, just to get the little rabbit hole thing going on, right? So Eric Reid, who's playing currently in the NFL with a 3-year, $20 million deal, is upset at Jay-Z, who's trying to do a deal that Jermaine Dupri was trying to do with the NFL. And allegedly Jay-Z, not just Travis Scott, but called JD as well to tell him not to do that deal. Jay-Z took your deal, JD. Damn. Oh, just rewind that again. Eric Reid, who's playing for the NFL, is mad at Jay-Z, is doing a partnership with the NFL, a deal that JD tried to do last year with the NFL, and Jay-Z told him to chill. Kaepernick shouts out Eric Reid, who has a job and is still playing for the guys who allegedly boycotted you or whiteballed you. And he shouts him out. Nessa, who is Kaepernick's handler, as everybody's saying online, because she does seem to have more balls and has more to say about these things than he does, because he doesn't say much. And people keep saying he needs to talk. I don't think he should, because he can't. I mean, he had opportunities to speak, and when he did, he messed it up. Him wearing the peg socks, him wearing the Shea Cabrera shirt in Miami, when Miami was trying to holler at him, those things didn't add up. Like, he just made the situation worse. So I'm saying I don't think he can articulate himself. I don't think he can speak. When you hear him talk, it's not much. It's not a lot of coherent statements coming out of his mouth. It's all over the place. Now, I defended him when he said he didn't support either candidate. Like, that's his right. And when he did that, that was not strategic for him, because people who were on his side didn't like the fact that he did that. They roasted him for saying he wasn't voting for Hillary either. So I don't understand how people can follow somebody that doesn't speak, but I understand why he's not speaking, because he shouldn't. But that's the whole rabbit hole right there, though, right? Connect these points together. Help me do this math. Make me understand. Jay told Travis Scott, chill, don't perform last year. Him and Rihanna, I'm boycotting the NFL. Cardi said some dumb shit too. I stand with Cap. But she did a Pepsi commercial that was on the NFL. They all had parties in Atlanta. This shit don't make sense to me. Now, personally, I've never subscribed to the boycott. I thought the shit was dumb from the get-go. If you want to do change and you want to have laws and policy change, kneeling is not going to do that, period, right? You had two black attorney generals under Barack Hussein Obama, the half black president, and you didn't kneel and do none of that shit. I mean, you did kneel during his administration, but I'm saying you didn't go to the White House for all those meetings every time that he had all these rappers and entertainers in the White House. You didn't go and try to speak on behalf of that situation. No, you decided to kneel. Cool. That was your way of protesting. All right, fast forward. That failed miserably. One thing that folks got to quit saying is that the NFL is doing bad and their ratings are down. Yeah, the 2016 season, it was bad. 2017 season, it recouped. 2018 season, the NFL had a 10% loss in viewership, a 5% loss in attendance, and they still made a 5% increase in revenue. So, however they did it, they made up for their views loss, and they still made money. They got each team in the NFL prior to the previous season got a $250 million pay increase, right? So I keep seeing all these stomachs, their bottom line is hurt, they're being affected by this. None of that shit is true. Like, they corrected their problems, right? And I'm listening to all this rhetoric and these people who want to cape for Jay-Z, because we're going to get into that, how Jay-Z gets all these passes in the world. But I'm listening to people make arguments that I've been making for the last 2-3 years. But now they're saying, oh, well, if you don't have a Nelson box in your house, your boycott is pointless. Like, no shit, motherfucker. Y'all wasn't saying that before. While Jay-Z got his deal done, while Kaepernick got his settlement, while, Reed dude got his $20 million contract, black folks is calling each other coons and upset and arguing with each other with Facebook over this shit, while everybody else got paid in this situation. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. It don't really matter if you watch the NFL or not, because if you don't have a Nelson box in your home, that's how they calculate views. Every home in that program has a box in their house, or for every TV you have. And that's how they calculate ratings. And if you don't have that, your not watching does not matter. Why don't we understand that? But now I'm hearing people make those arguments. I'm hearing people bring up Jay-Z's situation with Brooklyn Nets. Like, we knew that. That was very vocal. Cornel West was vocal about that when it first happened. He was the first person to go on a public stage and say, yeah, your boy Jay-Z lying to you. He owned umpteenth percent of the company. They used him as a black face. We're going to go deeper into that later on. To help codify the people who lived in that area who were about to get their ass kicked out of their community to come put this stadium in there, right? That happened. So I'm confused when I'm listening to the Hot 97s, the Ebros, the Vans, all the people who still are on their boycott. Ebro, they're still on the boycott, but they're saying, we're going to give Jay-Z the benefit of the doubt. We know he has some strategic plan going. No, he don't. What history of his do you see that he's doing anything like that? That's why I said in my video about Travis Scott, how does Jay-Z get to write the song, I'm Not Black, I'm OJ? How? How, Sway? Exactly. If Kanye did any of the stuff that he was doing, he don't get this type of love. He wouldn't get this type of nuance to the conversation. They would have immediately wrote him off. Again, people are saying they don't agree with it. They wouldn't have done it themselves. But I'm going to give Jay the benefit of the doubt. We trust him. He's woke. How? When you look at what happened with Tidal, he bought Tidal from the Sweden company. They lied to him, told him that it was worth more than it was. It wasn't. What did he do? He lied to do the same thing, to try to get the deal with Sprint. That's why Kanye was mad about the Pablo album, because he didn't know what his numbers were, because Jay didn't release the numbers, because he lied about the streams. That's business. It happens. Then you look at what happened with the Brooklyn Nets. You look at what's going on with Ace of Spades, the alcohol. It's cheap ass alcohol. Y'all selling for $400 bottles. Like, where is the integrity in any of his business deals? I mean, I'm not knocking the man's hustle. I don't care. Get your bag, black man. That's not my issue. My issue is, how does Jay get so many passes? How does he get to operate in this level of crony capitalism like everybody else, but get a pass and get to have the ear to the streets? Again, when he used Mike Brown's death to debate or to do the freestyle about Google, Apple, and Spotify, I'm like, no, your product was new. Your product cost more than the competition, and Google give away music for free. and you talking about they won't let me in and they cock blocking me and this and that. No, it's called competition, my guy. You didn't have to use the death of Mike Brown to try to promote yourself. Now, again, I support the idea of Tidal as the artists get to get more of the resources and it doesn't go back to the, the heads and these record labels and whatnot. I support that in theory. I just didn't like the way he rolled it out. I didn't like the idea of you charging $20 for your stuff when cats is like your Hulu and Amazon and this and that, and ain't nobody paying $20 a month for your premium high quality audio shit. Most people don't even have the right headphones and the right cell phone. At the time, I think only Sony had the phones that would actually operate in that frequency to utilize the high quality music. Not important, but I just didn't understand how Jay gets all these passes. But back to the football stuff, right? So again, I've never subscribed to the Kaepernick situation. I always thought it was silly. I did do a video, but I never uploaded it because I'm like, let this shit play out, see what happens. After he got the deal and after he got his payout and his settlement, which we don't know, everybody's on TV. He got a big payment. He got the NFL. We project so much without any information. It's crazy. We don't know what he got in that settlement. Part of his settlement was his silence, so we don't know what he got. But he got it. And I'm thinking, all right, people felt conflicted about that. Like, wait a minute, we're protesting and fighting for him to get a job, but he just settled with the people who won't give him a job. What are we supposed to do now? All right, let's still call each other coons and sellouts for the boycott. One of the things that was funny to me, too, after the 2016 season, the 2017 season, where, was, pointed out that he wasn't getting a job and he was gone and he was not getting picked up. I was looking at people calling each other names and stupid and coons and whatnot for watching and for not watching, and people with their soapboxes and whatnot. But I'm looking at my social media. I'm looking at my Snapchat, which I barely use. Too old for that. I'm looking at my face. At the time, I don't think Instagram was doing stories yet. I'm not sure. I forget. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm seeing a lot of females at games. Black females. I'm seeing a lot of sisters tailgating. Pretty much, if any NFL team with a black quarterback at that season during that time, it was a bunch of sisters going and enjoying the game. So while black men are being chastised and y'all niggas just don't know how to stick together, y'all don't know how to work together, y'all don't know how to sacrifice, y'all love to be entertained. All right, cool, understand. But I'm watching nothing but females tailgating with their friends and their female friends and their girls, going to the games with their white coworkers because they got the tickets for free, all that shit. I'm seeing that like a lot. I'm like, damn, this boycott must not be working. Because it wasn't. I'd never seen that many. Like I said, pretty much any team that has a black quarterback, that was at the time the Buffalo Bills. I think the Ravens had one. Obviously Seahawks, if you want to call them that. Basically all the teams that had a black quarterback, you had a bunch of sisters going to the games, tailgating, hanging out with their friends, whatever. And I'm just like, whoa, that's like, damn, this boycott not working. But yet black men were to be in the face of the ones being attacked, saying y'all still participating, y'all still watching, and all the people, the Ebros and whatnot, and I'm not watching. Not that it matters anyways, because if you're not participating in a Nelson program, your viewership doesn't matter. But that was weird to me. But let's get back into Jay-Z for a minute. So, as I said before, I don't understand the people who, they're standing their ground with the boycott, but they want to give Jay-Z bail. They want to say, no, he's cool, he's good. If it was anybody else, they would roast him. And when Jermaine Dupri tried to, say, I'm not boycotting, I'm going to participate, folks, I'm looking at comments from videos from not exactly a year ago, black people got in his ass. No, I agree. Like, people are upset with Jay-Z, at the black folks who are mad that he got the deal. But I'm like, to me, it's consistency for the first time I'm seeing, right? Some people are being consistent. The same way they roast Kanye, well, they're not going at Jay-Z the same way. It's like people are, posturing in there, and they're scared to go at it and just say it. But they are giving Jay-Z some of his, that same energy he gave other people, right? And I'm trying to look at what evidence do you have of these things? Jay-Z is like him and Bianca. And the same thing with Ciara and Russell Wilson, right? Yeah, that's his name. they don't have to do anything. Their cachet is so high to the point where people can put out a meme and say Jay-Z bailed out 10 single mother transsexuals. He saved them from jail, and people will just believe it. Like, no proof, no evidence. They'll just say, oh shit, J and B winning. Right? Same thing with here. Russell Wilson paid for Future's baby's mama's niece's grandmother's, life insurance for 20 people, and we just believe it because like they've reached that level of stardom and fame and dick eatery, if I may, that it don't matter if it's true or not. People just believe it because they want to see them win, and I get you. I smell that. But historically looking at Jay-Z, right? I'm a New Yorker. I put him in my top 5, despite liking his politics or even him personally, because I think he's the biggest hypocrite in hip hop. Right? I don't. Again, he just gets passes that other people can't get. Steve Harvey got clowned, right, because of the integrity comment he said. When I look at it in context, I understood what he was saying. But speaking is, about articulating your words well. Whatever. He didn't do that good. But I got what Steve was saying in that beef he had with Monique. But Jay-Z said in his own lyrics, come on now, I used to rap like common sense. Did 5 mil and ain't rap like common sense. Translation, I used to rap about positive, good, Care Bear, conscious shit. That didn't work and that didn't sell. So I started rapping about bitches and hoes and drugs. Okay? So those things don't get brought up about him. Those accusations, like we get mad when Tommy Lauren goes on TV talking about the former drug dealer. We defend that shit like, oh, it's over in the past, this and that. I'm like, nah, it's still people, communities hurting from those very things that happen. We gotta chill with that. We get mad at her for saying what he bragged about his entire career. Like, he owns it. Why can't he have to keep that same reputation? Now, when Jay-Z title staff thing came out after using the death of Mike Brown, they claimed that he fired the whole staff that you see here in the picture, but there was another staff and it looked just as white. Then there's a video, something like, hey, maybe he fixed that. Then there's a video in 2018 of Nicki Minaj walking into the headquarters. Now, context, it was in Sweden or whatever. It was not in America. So, obviously, it's not going to be a lot of black folks in that building. But nonetheless, it was a room full of white people. The only black people in that building with Nicki was her bodyguards. Everybody else was there and was white. So I'm like, you preach this stuff of blacks don't support blacks, and you put these lines in your songs about, going to the white man, this and that, even though that's exactly what you did when you left Dame Dash and Rockefeller. I'm not saying that he didn't do that for the right reasons or whatever. And as much as I've given Kanye bail, Kanye admits that he was wrong, possibly in leaving Dame to go with Jay. He sided with power, which most people would do. But I saw Dame Dash recently get blasted for his company being all white. I remember distinctly when Shea Moisture had their situation, black women were searching and looking at Indeed and, oh, look at this board. Look at these white folks who are hired in this organization that has been serving you for over 25 years, giving you products that help you and your hair out. But Jay-Z's situation didn't get that much heat. He didn't get called to task. It's like, yo, what's up with your white staff, Jay? Nobody, you know what I mean? How does he get that pass? The brother who owns Shea Moisture didn't get that pass. Even Dame Dash, who's nowhere near on that level of Jay, he didn't get that pass. He got called out. Kanye does a casting call. There's not enough dark-skinned women. He gets called out. But Jay get a pass? And that's the context, though. After using the lines in your own music about black people not working together, not hiring each other, and thinking of the white ice is colder, then you go out and do the same shit, Jay? And the white man get paid off for all. Yo, Kanye is a fucking genius, dog. Man. Black capitalists be like, buy black, support independent black business, but actually connect by 1,000,001 threads to other white. Oh shit. That's crazy. That's what the end of that meme says. Wow. I'll do a separate video what I think about Jay-Z and Bianca on a different note, because it's talking separated from this video though. something that it keeps reoccurring to me about how I think they seek white validation too much. But that's it. I don't care about the Kaepernick thing. I, from the get go, never supported the boycott. I thought it was stupid. I know a lot of black folks who I see online. They did. They thought it was. To me, the energy was misplaced. If you're a millionaire NFL player and you got a bunch of fans who are in the same position as you lobby, you buy a politician, and you put them forth, and you make them do what you want. Getting on your knees for a bunch of white men to see on TV, that's just not how you do it. You know, like everybody, you talk about the race card, the gay card, the woman card. White America has the patriot card, and they pull that shit, and they pulled it on Kaepernick. Even though his kneeling had nothing to do with the flag, perception shapes reality. They twisted it and spin that shit, and it worked in their behalf. The NFL, the boycott did not work. You not watching the NFL does not matter to them. Their bottom line is not hurt. It's just, it is what it is. Like, let's just be honest when shit don't matter. Remember when Duck's Dynasty situation happened? And the grandfather said some shit that was racially insensitive or whatever. I understood what he was saying in context. But they wanted him off the air. And what happened? You had all the people in the media and the liberals happy that, you know, what channel was that? Hallmark or, I forgot what channel, Home and Garden? I don't know what channel it was on. They were all happy saying, yeah, I got rid of him. Then white folks said, oh, really? They went out there and they went to Walmart and they went to all these stores. They bought all the Duck Dynasty memorabilia. They bought all the DVDs. His cachet, that shit helped his stock go up. And what they say, they come back, they say, well, damn, this is a lot of bread to be lost. A lot of people like this show. I don't know what we're going to do. So the same people in the media who are happy to Lamar Lamont Hills who cry about Israel or who cry about Palestine on TV, they were all happy when the show got canceled. But then they were in their feels. They literally used conservative talking points like, well, the market decided. The market didn't really decide. Initially, the company said, we don't want the market to decide, so we made premature moves. And when they saw that numbers go up from them buying all that memorabilia and them buying the DVDs, the Dynasty was back. They said, oh, the father can't be on the show, the grandfather, I guess, the patriarchy of the show. He can't be on it, but the family can. And the show came back. He still get to eat off that. That's still his family. That's still his legacy. That's still his name. He getting some of that bread too. So what difference does that make? That's like being happy that the Clippers owner had to sell his team. You force him to sell his team and to get more money than it was worth. And his wife is still part owner of the team. Come on, man. We got to hustle smarter than that. But that was an example of your boycotts just don't work sometimes. Like, I get it. Every sister's online talking about we canceled this and we canceled that. The colorist chick is bragging about we got that show off the air, we got this show. Some of that stuff was just premature, and the companies just didn't want to deal with backlash, so they just, you know what I mean? Some of it was never meant to be a second season, and it just went away. But you're taking pride in, you know, boycotting and getting rid of black content, which you probably have a better opportunity to do because these people are dependent upon black people. I guess we could say I did boycott Chrisette Michele or hurt her, which was sad and disrespectful. Watching so many black women attack this woman simply because she did her job as an artist to perform at the White House, which several black artists have done prior. Man, it's crazy. But that's my video though about the whole NFL Jay-Z deal. Don't care. They all getting paid. As much as they're arguing and bickering back and forth, Cap got a deal, Jay got a deal, Reed got a 3-year contract. Let them elite people argue amongst themselves. Stop the peons, the plebeians. You gotta stop fighting each other over this nonsense because it don't matter. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. This shit don't matter. But the demonizing other folks for doing it is just pointless and stupid. It's bigger fish to fry, and you know what I mean? Oh boy, I wasn't even recording. I talked for like 10 minutes. But I asked the question, is Jay-Z the new Al Sharpton? Shout out to Gino Caldwell. He said that a couple days ago earlier. And I'm thinking like, oh, this dude tripping. What are you talking about? But then they come out with rumors now. Like, that's what I said earlier in the video. It could be rumors of anything and people just believe it because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce and Russell Wilson and Ciara. Right? But there's rumors that he's getting equity in the team now. But we know what happened last time he got ownership of a professional sport team. And I say that and I bring this up because if you watch the season of Power, not this, I think it was the previous season, where the white dude, the millionaire crook, when Ghost was locked up, he helped pay the bail because he was a criminal and he couldn't use the money, so he needed some resources. The white dude said, "I got you," but of course, when you do deals with the devil, they come back for their money and they come back with a greater ask. And basically, he pretty much wanted St. James, his character name, as we call him, Ghost, to be the front man in the face of some business deals in urban communities. I think Cyrus talked about this a couple years ago about how some white woman tried to hook him up with him and do the same thing. Her being a white woman made her minority and him being black. And it's like, boom, you can get all these government contracts on these deals. And these things are meant for the community and people who are in need. But white folks find a way to get involved and take advantage of these things. Now, we know that Al Sharpton has definitely been that. That's why I asked you, is Jay the new Al Sharpton? Because we saw how he got his show on MSNBC. The motherfucker can't talk. Can't read a goddamn teleprompter tell him how to spell respect. Come on, Al. But we know that Al does this. As Byron Allen stated, he sold out for a bucket of chicken. He does these deals with Comcast and these big networks and saying, oh, these companies are good. They get a pass. They're equitable, even though they're not. So Byron Allen has to sue the government and sue Al Sharpton and sue all these places so that black people can get equity in the TV arena with advertisement dollars. But that's what happened. Al Sharpton has been the person who either extorts these companies or he just plays that face of, I'm the black guy that says it's okay, so it's okay, and I don't really have to get anything done. I don't really have to make sure the people who need get the resources. I'm like, is Jay-Z the same way? Because we know Tidal, there were issues, lying about streaming numbers. We know that the company lied to him about what it was worth and it wasn't. Someone comes up and says that Jay-Z doesn't really own Tidal, but he only gave the owners of Tidal a $500 million loan. Apparently when that gets paid back, is it still his company? We know that Sprint bought 33% of the company. Apparently other artists, Madonna, Rihanna, many others, Nicki, they have ownership in Tidal as well. So like, can you really count that? Is it his? I don't know. Is Jay-Z the antithesis of what Yvette and Cornell talks about with Antonio Moore about the decadent veil and how they hide about black ownership and black wealth? Is Jay-Z really another Diddy with Ciroc? I'm just saying. I don't know. But if you watched that episode, you understood what was going on there. And you saw how he tried to use the blackface to get into the hood and buy up a bunch of properties. And again, he couldn't do that without a black face. Now the NFL has their blackface. Jermaine Dupri tried to be that blackface, but Jay-Z told him to chill. I don't know. He's not a business. He's a businessman.